In 1897, a UFO crashed in Aurora, Texas. It crashed into a field, and when local people went to see what had happened, they witnessed someone who they described with certainty as not being of this world. Wait till you hear this. On April the 19th, in the year 1897, an article in the Dallas Morning News, written by S.E. Hayden, described the UFO crash. The UFO is said to have hit a windmill on the property of a Judge J.S. Proctor 2 days earlier at around 6 AM local time, and this resulted in its crash. The article reads as follows. About 6 o'clock this morning, the early risers of Aurora were astonished at the sudden appearance of an airship which has been sailing through the country. It was travelling due north and much nearer the earth than ever before. Evidently some of its machinery was out of order, for it was making a speed of only 10 or 12 miles an hour and gradually settling towards the earth. It sailed directly over the public square, and when it reached the north part of the town, collided with the tower of Judge Proctor's windmill and went to pieces with a terrific explosion, scattering debris over several acres of ground, wrecking the windmill and water tank and destroying the judge's flower garden. The pilot of the ship is supposed to have been the only one on board, and while his remains are badly disfigured, enough of the original has been picked up to show that he was not an inhabitant of this world. Mr. T.G. Weems, the United States Signal Service officer at this place and an authority on astronomy, gives it as his opinion that he was a native of the planet Mars. Papers found in his person, evidently the record of his travels, are written in some unknown hieroglyphics and they cannot be deciphered. The ship was too badly wrecked to form any conclusions as to its construction or motive power. It was built of an unknown metal resembling somewhat a mixture of aluminium and silver, and it must have weighed several tons. The town is full of people today who are viewing this wreck and gathering specimens of the strange metal from the debris. The pilot's funeral will take place at noon tomorrow. S.E. Hayden. Some have described the Aurora incident as a smoking gun. In 1973, MUFON uncovered 2 new eyewitnesses to the crash. Mary Evans, who was 15 at the time, told of how her parents went to the crash site and the discovery of the alien body. Charlie Stevens, who was 10, told how he saw the airship trailing smoke as it headed north towards Aurora. He wanted to see what happened, but his father made him finish his chores. Later, he told how his father went to the town the next day and saw the wreckage from the crash. The MUFON team then investigated the Aurora cemetery and uncovered a grave marker that appeared to show a flying saucer of some sort, as well as readings from its metal detector. MUFON asked for permission to exhume the site, but the Cemetery Association declined this permission. After the MUFON investigation, the marker for the grave mysteriously disappeared from the cemetery, and a 3-inch pipe was placed into the ground. MUFON's metal detector no longer picked up metal readings in the grave, thus it was presumed that the metal was removed from this grave. It was reported that the wreckage from this crash site was dumped into the nearby well located under the damaged windmill, where this well was sealed up with concrete, and the rest of the wreckage ended up with the alien in his grave, but was mysteriously moved after the MUFON investigation. Adding to this mystery was the story of Mr. Brawley Oates, who purchased Judge Proctor's property around 1935. Oates cleared out the debris from the well in order to use it as a water source, but later he developed an extremely severe case of arthritis, which he claimed to be the result of contaminated water from the wreckage dumped into the well. As a result, Oates sealed up the well with concrete slabs and placed an outbuilding atop the slab. And this is according to writing on the slab that was done in 1945. It's amazing to think that a news report from 1897 describes a pilot who was not an inhabitant of this world, and that he was carrying papers with unknown hieroglyphics that cannot be deciphered. What is going on here? What do you guys think about this? Comments below, and thank you for watching.